All right, one more update for tonight. I'm gonna do a SPX video because I had a complaint in the comments about not doing this one anymore. I don't really trade it that much anymore. I might start trading it because I'm getting kind of bored with like Tesla moving the first hour and then not really moving the rest of the day. So I might start trading it again. But I'm just gonna go over the count right now. So we have two different possibilities here. Let's go over on the monthly. So again, the possibilities are that we are in a big B wave here. And let's say we fall into the election or a little bit after the election. We have a C wave down here, back down to at least 3660 to 3374. I don't really like that one anymore, unfortunately. I mean, not unfortunately, but I really don't like that count that much anymore, and I'll show you why. So if this was going to be that count, it would have to be a WXY move. That's the only thing that makes sense. Can't be ABC because if it was ABC, the B wave would be in the same time length as this hole right here, and this took close to a year, a little bit less than a year, like 10 months, and then this was only like 3 months. So when that happens, and it's an ABC move, you can see here, let's see, I think it's from here, potentially the other place. No, it's right here. So ABC right here, we basically hit the 1.61 fib, and then we get that ABC move back here, and then we get this move. This would have to be an ABC move, and it couldn't go past the 1.61 fib of the W wave, which is sitting here at 54.65. We're basically already there. And another reason I don't like it is because this would have to be ABC as well, and this has just gone straight up. So it doesn't look like that formation is possible. I'm going to keep it there just in case. But 54.65 would be the target. So what I do like, though, is I think this is probably a 5-wave move now. There's no way, I mean, it makes the most sense. So we would have 1 here, 2 here, and this would be a nested move in which we are just completing the 3rd wave. We pretty much nailed the 1.61 fib right there. And now we're correcting. We get this hot CPI. We're dipping a little bit in the market. I think this is a 4th wave. So now where would I be looking for this 4th wave to end? The 0.23 fib is probably where we're looking at. If you look at where that's at, that is right around 49.70. And if you look at 49.70, you have a demand zone right here. So there's a demand zone right here and a demand zone right here. I think that this correction could last all the way into mid-May. So if we draw a parallel line here, again, this is how I like to do it, and just kind of see where the midpoint is, because it's obviously not going to come all the way over here. Most likely, that would be a very long 4th wave. That would be about a 4-month 4th wave. This did take 3 months. Sometimes you can go like this and then put this up here, but that would take us to 46.68. That'd be too low. So I do like this 49.70 mark. I like to also take this and put it right in the middle. And so this takes us to about May 17th. Right at 49.70, that's also the 0.23 fib right there. And so I'm looking for a 4th wave, probably somewhere around there. I think this is too short. So I think a 4th wave right around 49.70 makes the most sense. So if that were to happen, then I'd be looking for a 5th wave that should be about the same length as the 1st wave. And that takes us all the way up here to 6,000. This took about 4.5 months. So I'd be looking somewhere around late September. we'll just say right here, 6,000. And then I'd be looking for a fourth wave, about the same length as this right here, which was about a little bit over 3 months. And that takes us basically right into the election, maybe a little bit after the election. And I'm looking for something around, I guess I can go ahead and do this again and just kind of get an idea. So you can kind of see how you're able to do projections here. I'd be looking for that's possible right there, a fourth wave right after the election here, all the way down here to 54.81. Don't know what would trigger that, but obviously it's going to be a big election. And then I'd be looking for one more melt up after that to 64.27. This would take about a month and a half. So you're looking at something around like January 2025 being the top in this market for potentially decades. So I don't know how the correction will play out, obviously, but this will be my projection right now. Invalidation is 4,600, but right now that's what I see. So now going in on the short-term time frames. Where I see this short-term is I see this in a B wave. I think it topped right here. I think you're probably going to see something at least up here to 50, maybe 5,200. And then you're probably going to see maybe something like this. And then probably bounce out of it. And then probably something like that. That's kind of what I think is going to happen over the next month or so. And that's pretty much the game plan. For me personally, I would just be trading this range right here. We have daily demand right here. And then we also have this area right here. I think on the 3 hour you can see it pretty well. So I'd be looking at this right here. I think there's a gap right there. And we're right here, so I'd be looking to trade. I'd be buying puts in here, potentially, depending on how it goes up here. And I'd be buying calls right here. And I think that we're looking at, again, something like that. Maybe into OPEX. Maybe bounce out of it. And then down here to, this will probably be a 5-wave move. Down here to 49.70. So that's my game plan for the next month or so, and then for the rest of the year. I think it's just buy the dip, and I think that it's pretty obvious what this is now. I don't think it's WXY anymore, and that's pretty much it. So we can also do one other thing. We can look on the monthly and just look at like where we're at on the standard deviations. And we are obviously pretty high on this. So if we pull back here into May, and then we're making the new high, that is going pretty far out. We're already out though. It doesn't really matter. This is the biggest melt up of the ever, pretty much. So anyway, I'm not going to worry about that, I guess, right now. The weekly, yeah, we're at the top of the range as well. So anyway, that is my projection for SPX and my short-term trading as well. Again, there's a slight possibility of WXY, but I think it's probably a 5-wave move at this point. So that's it. Leave me a comment, like, subscribe, And let me know if you want me to do more of these type of videos instead of going over individual stocks. Maybe I'll do QQQ next, but for right now, I just noticed that SPX is pretty easy to see. So that's it for this one. Have a good night.